We have some hippies out there, and 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 hippies out there.
What is good, everybody? We are back in, well, some of us are back in the studio. I'll be politically correct. My man K-Boog, he's stuck at home. Allison, she forgot about today. I'm sorry, Allison. Actually, that's my fault. I'll take half the blame of that. But some of us are here. Hold on, before you guys talk, let me just stop this shit because I know it's gonna get nasty. Before we get started, you guys are unmuted. You guys are unmuted. Allison, you're
I'm not muted.
Yeah, but I'm muted.
There
Hi.
we go. What's good, guys? It feels good to be here. I'm sorry you're not here. Next, Kyle. We just don't know. Everybody, listen here. Write Kathy a letter.
I'll be back.
We're gonna need to write Kathy a letter so Kyle can get out of jail. We need to just write to the dean or the warden. I'm sorry, the warden, and just be like, "Madam, let him go. Let him go. We need him. We need him here because Colin can't be in all these fucking sessions, and Jordan, he just don't know how to hit that record button and the stop button."
What about like a bubble suit?
Bro.
Like Bubble Boy.
Can we put you in a bubble ball and get you here? We'll make sure that.
Or at least a hazmat suit.
Ooh.
Right?
Dude, that'd be both badass and
You can get two of them for $80 on Amazon.
I think I'd keep wearing that.
Damn, look at that. Amazon.
Two
shout
for
out to
80.
Amazon. That's clutch.
Damn.
Amazon coming in clutch on the hazmat suits.
Is it that or okay? Could we get
me
you a
looking
gas
like
mask and be straight? No gas
full-on
mask?
gas mask?
We know exactly where to get a gas mask. Can we just get one of those and call it a day? Will you be able to come to the studio then? Hell yeah. Light her up.
Is it gonna have on it?
We're gonna put a dab rig on there. That way we'll put dab rig on and then take it off and put fresh oxygen. And you should be straight. And we'll sanitize the fuck out of it. We'll probably put some Lysol in there too while you're at it. Just to make sure.
Wow.
We were just talking about that the last time. We got to do the full Lysol and bleach shot, right? Just to make sure we.
Ooh.
Have you taken yours today, Kyle?
That sounds rough.
Did we lose him?
I hope all the people that believe that will work have taken theirs today.
Damn, you still going down that dark path, man.
We not the dumbasses, I heard.
Listen, real talk. I hope nobody is really doing that shit, man. It's all shit.
I think a couple people did. I saw some shit. I was like, no, did you really drink some Lysol? Really? Y'all that dumb? That's scary. Stop it.
Listen, this is the Hippy Chronicles. I'm trying to be nice, all right?
We're trying to be nice to everybody. Some of y'all make it hard.
Hey, sometimes the truth ain't nice, though.
Listen, if you are one of those motherfuckers, cut it out right now. Like it clearly says on the fucking container, not for consumption. If you get this,
But the president vetoed that. The president vetoed that.
What does that mean? For those who don't know what veto means, like he said it's okay.
No, he was against it.
Oh, okay. I was about to say
that'd be a whole other set of problems.
Never mind.
You got me there. That one went. I'm sorry, Kyle. That one went over my head. Like I said, we just smoked this OG, and since then I have not been okay. I would tell you that right now, and I mean that in a good way. I have been extremely fucking high. My thoughts are in a whole bunch of.
Thank you, Grow Science.
Yeah. So I'm high. It is your boy, Young Hippy. I got K-Boog. He's virtually here. We got Miss Allison in the building. How you doing, Allison? You're just gonna be on wave mode?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. We got a newbie who's not really new. He's just been too cool to sit in here. We got
always
Colin
banging in the other
building.
room.
He's the one who's always responsible for them loud ass thumps you be hearing sometimes. He's just over there producing some fire. So We got Colin in the building today. What's up, Colin? How you doing?
What's up? What's up?
Good, man. Actually, I think this is you.
Is that me? I don't know. It's number 2.
Number 2.
Oh, the pot. The pot.
That's why we have the producer.
That's why we have the producer in
That's
the
why
room today.
Yeah, see, I usually sit right there, and I don't touch nothing, dude. I'm like, all I know is the social media part. Kyle, stop showing up. Look at me.
You're like, where am I? What am I doing?
I'm like, what the fuck is this? All I know is the computer, man.
So many buttons.
So many knobs. There's red. Oh, red all the way up. Oh, yeah. And then we got a very special guest today, man. Actually, I do have that. Damn, don't let me forget, Colin. I got it somewhere, though. I gotta have these fucking memorized. It's somewhere, and I can't. Oh man. Either way, we got not only probably one of the best chefs in Arizona.
Oh well,
Maybe.
There's
You
a lot
won't
of
say
talent out there.
You won't say it.
There's a lot of talent that I've worked with, and I respect those guys. But I appreciate
Respectfully saying, you are one of the best
that. Thank you.
in Arizona.
I appreciate that.
As a culinarian, I will say that.
Thank you.
Netflix, you was on Netflix.
Yeah, man.
Not just that, you smashed some pretty dope kitchens in AZ.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I got to work for some awesome people.
Chef Derek Upton, man. How are you today?
I'm
bro?
doing great, man. I'm so grateful and appreciate being here, man. Like, I love doing stuff like this. Like I was telling you guys earlier, like
Yeah.
I love talking with people, bullshitting with people, and just like having conversations. I think that does a lot for learning about other people, and so I think this is pretty rad. So I'm excited to be here for sure.
Well, listen, man, this is extra special for me, dude. Like I said, being like a diehard, culinary and like somebody who really loves food. So I brought the extra special weed today.
I
man.
see that, man. I appreciate it.
Just because, man, I fully respect everything you do, man. Like it's dope. Like, just listening outside to some of the stuff you've done, your accomplishments, man. Excuse me. That's things that I've dreamed of doing, why I've got into culinary school, but then also like, to talk about bringing people together, and that right there was just like, bro, this is my bro right here. Cause I wanted to give cooking classes to like single parents.
Right.
Or just like parents that didn't know how to cook.
Right.
To bring back that family meal. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? And so it's not like TV dinners or frozen food or fast food. Like it's like mom cooked a meal today, and we're gonna sit at the table and we're gonna eat it together.
Right.
No maybe one quick picture of mom's nice plate, but no cell phones.
Right.
It's 2020. You gotta put it on the gram. But like that right there was, to me, like something that really drove me, baking. I wanted to teach kids how to bake just because like fucking kids love doing that kind of shit, So I have a 5-year-old, and like watching him in the kitchen, and then him going to school and talking about like, oh, well, my dad's a chef this, my dad's a chef that. Like kids they like anything they can do in the kitchen. So like being able to have them have the tools and the skills and the knowledge. So like they're gonna have some supervision, but like give the kids that independence and that feeling that you get when you create something,
right?
And then show them what it's like when they give it to somebody and someone's like, whoa, this is really good, like this is fantastic, and that kid's world will just light up, man. Like
Absolutely.
I think there's a lot you could do with cooking, just giving back. Like a lot of things we focus on here is just like giving back and being here for the people. So like,
well, food is like one of the most like primitive of human things in need, right? Like that's what like early civilizations, that was their entire livelihood, was hunter gatherers, right? Like, and so that and it was a big unit thing, a whole tribe, a whole village, a whole whatever. Everybody had their part, right? And so like for me, even like growing up, big family get-togethers, the whole family was helping cooking and doing things and like around food. So even though I didn't start off as a chef, like that that need for cooking, that creativity, and that love for being in the kitchen was always there. And so, like, I really found, as I got older, that I really loved bringing people together over food and creating food that they both loved, but also creating conversation that they could remember, in those times, because so many people have that regret of not spending time with people. And I think in my own way, because my family has, done their own thing and moved away or whatever, in my own way, I'm like recreating those moments through helping other people have those moments at the same time. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? And that's why I love cooking, man. Like, cannabis aside, I love cooking, man. It's a beautiful art form, it's soothing.
Yeah.
But
and you do, dude. I've looked at your dishes, bro. They're very, very, very like elegant. Man.
Thanks,
they're
man.
nice, even for some like tacos and shit.
Yeah.
Tacos. I love tacos.
Right.
I don't know who doesn't.
Right.
But I'm just like, I'm like your color play.
Thanks,
I'm
man.
really big on color. I love color. So it's just
I
very
try to
attractive.
I try to put a lot of thought, like not only because when you learn cooking and go to culinary school, it's like you learn that people eat with their eyes and their nose first.
Yep.
They're gonna see it and then they're gonna smell it, and those are the two things that need to be at the top always. And then flavor comes in after that. So when you hit everything on point and you think about it and you think about the consumer and you think about how they're going to see it being served to them, it changed your perspective as a chef on how you cook your food.
Yeah.
And so that's something that like I've learned over the years is like I try to think about all angles, like color and layers of flavor. I never use 1,000 ingredients. You'll never see whole list of ingredients in one dish.
It shouldn't be like
I eat 5-6 ingredients. That's about it. Because I have a very I'm Portuguese and Italian, so like I have a very rustic nature of creativity with food, and I like that. It's something that keeps me always knowing where I came from and where my roots are, like that. Not peasant food, but like simple food that's just good.
Gotcha.
And that's what I love doing.
A lot of like when you throw a lot of spices and shit onto onto like your dish, you're really stealing away from like the fresh ingredients that as a chef you search so hard for. Like you want to get your ingredients as fresh as possible. You're buying the best beef, you're buying the best fish, the best produce. So why spend all that money just to mask it with so much ingredients? And you really need to let like the fresh produce, the fresh meat play, let it do its job.
Right. And as chefs, like it's our duty to show people how to cook and have great tasting food by using fresh ingredients and not processed shit, and buying locally, because all you're doing is making your local economy better.
Yeah, you are.
That's why you need to buy local produce, buy from the local guy, because that's making your community stronger. And you can usually get better ingredients, especially the farms that I work for or work with in restaurants. Like some of the best produce you will ever see, ever. And it's all organic, it's all local. It's I'm just like, man, that's why I love cooking, because it's beautiful, it tastes amazing, and you can do amazing things with very little if you know what you're doing.
Right, sir.
And so that's why I try to make things resonate with people, because not everybody's making beurre blancs and fancy French food. You know what I mean? No one cooks like they're like, what is that?
What do you mean? What is it? You eat it all the time.
You're right. Yeah. No one cooks like that at home. So it's like, is there a place for it? And I think that's why like what I'm trying to do.
I'm a horrible
makes
cook.
sense. Are you? Well, hey,
I'm
I teach,
worthless.
so I'm just kidding.
We got you, Allison. We're gonna get you that.
I burnt a spatula.
Okay,
Like I
How are
straight
you
melted
high?
the spatula.
You were high and you left it on the pot?
No,
Okay.
I was high and I didn't realize that putting a rubber or plastic spatula in hot oil while making a wonton was a bad idea.
That's crazy.
Live and learn.
I can't edit that out, so you're gonna have to live with that for the rest of
I'm gonna live with it.
Hippy
It's
Chronicles
okay.
career. I'm sorry. But listen, we will definitely get people some hope and get you linked up with Chef or me. We got you. We'll save you.
Since I've made a brisket, I mean, I'm not that horrible. I've made a brisket.
Oh, you just gotta
I'm-
stay away from the spatulas.
And oil.
Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
yeah.
So, I've seen some oil shit happen in
Oh,
school.
I redeemed
shit.
myself with a brisket,
Some oil
but
shit.
Yeah, bro,
For
it's
real.
bad.
I've been cooking about 10 years in restaurants or so, and I have seen some horror stories with oil. I saw this really green first day type guy. One day he was cleaning the hoods and he was standing on top of the grill. Grill was off, but the fryer was not yet cool. And he slipped and his foot went right into the fryer. And he had 3rd-degree burns all over his foot. And it swelled up like a fucking watermelon.
Oh, God.
It was rough.
Don't tell me that.
It was so rough. I was like, oh, yeah.
Funnel
Yeah.
cake foot.
Yeah. I saw another guy put a we have these machines when you're making pasta, old school like Italian pasta. It's called an extruder, and it presses like a Play-Doh thing, right? It presses the dough through an extruder and makes it a certain shape. Well, this dude was trying to get a clump of pasta out of the way and put his hand in it, and the crank went through the palm of his hand all the way through, and his hand was stuck in the machine, and the firefighters had to come cut the damn thing open and take him to the hospital to get it removed. Oh man,
That
I was like,
sounds-
yep. I was like, you're not gonna do that again.
That's how you learn.
Yeah, brutal. Through his hand. No joke, through his hand there was metal.
So they were like pasta. Pieces of
because
pasta made out of his body.
Inside this container, there's a wheel that's got spokes on it, right? And it's like little arms that move the pasta dough.
Yeah.
And he was trying to put his hand in it, and so he got caught and just went right into his hand and right through it.
Oh.
And he was screaming bloody murder. And oh god,
That's so scary.
yeah, bro. I was like, damn.
Kitchen ain't for everybody.
No, for real. Kitchen ain't for everybody.
For real. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Well,
crazy.
thank you for that visual.
Yeah, we're trying to start off right,
We keep it gangster. in
That's
here,
right.
Well, before I know that felt like the show, but before we get into the show, it's been a minute. We like to break down our weeks, but shit, dude, it's been longer than just a week in this motherfucker. Well, I guess we've been kicking out a show, so I just feel like when you're in the studio, it's a complete different show. But truthfully, we have been kicking out the podcast. So with that being said, Kyle, how was your week? I'm acting like we haven't done a podcast this whole fucking quarantine. That's how I'm acting right now. We literally just been out the studio, so I just, I feel good. I'm sorry, Kyle. Allison, I'll stop rubbing it in and shit. I'm sorry. How was your week, K-Boog?
It was good, man. Work's just kind of been going along. I've actually been dealing with a lot of like customers that have had issues with their websites and just like honestly things that we didn't do very well for them. And I've been basically picking those projects up and just like taking the time needed to really go through and get it where it needs to be. So it's been cool because I haven't worked with a lot of different customers this week like I normally do, but the ones I have been grateful for the time that I've spent with them. And I've heard things like made my day, tears of joy, stuff like that. And like when they started the conversation, like mad about where they were at. And so that's been cool. It's been good to know we've been able to make an impact on people's days. Probably the coolest thing, I'm not gonna lie, is one of the websites I'm working on is for a ex-CFL championship quarterback. I'm not sure if he's won a couple, but he's won at least one. And he was also a backup quarterback for my Green Bay Packers back in, I think, like 2001. So I've been talking to and working with his wife, but she was actually out at the grocery store the other day when I called, so I got a chance to talk to him, and we ended up kind of just bullshitting for like 15, 20 minutes. And the next time I talked to her, I was like, you know, it was really cool. I'm glad you ran to the grocery store. It was cool being able to talk to your husband, you know, kind of have a fangirl moment. And she was like, oh, when I got home from the grocery store, he said that you made his day and da 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 da. And I'm like, well, you know, if he has any idea what kind of impact it had on my day, just to hear that it made his day, it was pretty cool. So we'll see, man. If I keep working this, maybe it'll be, so you still got Brett's phone number? You know, like, can I work my way up the ladder there? But no, it was really cool, and it's really cool to like be able to hear that and hear that you're actually having an impact when you're sitting at home, kind of separated from the rest of society. So that's pretty much my week. Other than that, I gotta say this. This. We did have our last trivia night on Wednesday, and it went great. And I want to, first of all, I don't know how to thank Jordan more for really putting that all together, coming up with the idea, running all over town and picking up prizes, digging into his own stash to pick up prizes. And I mean, I was just along for the ride and made up these fucking stupid questions. So thank you, Jordan. It went great. We are planning on maybe talking about bringing it back on a once-a-month basis. So stay tuned for that. But as far as everything else, that's my week.
Man, I appreciate it. I'm sorry, I was dying over here, so I couldn't say.
You want to water?
If you don't mind.
That guy.
He
You wanna
said
water?
I'm dying over
here.
Hey, can you bring a little ash? I'm fucking dying over here. I'm sorry, guys. No, man, listen.
Jordan just says, yeah, I know, I did it. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, listen, bro. You those questions, bro. Like, you have no fucking idea how much those help me out, because the time it takes to find those, even though I had a fucking generator to do it, like, just to have you there, like, being able to, you know what I'm saying, put it in, put it out, was great. Now, hold up, I'm about to, just for, in case, because I'm hearing some echo. Yeah, I'm sorry, I got high again. That's happened like 3 times already. No, dude. So I just want to let you know, bro, that you definitely helped me a lot. Like, I don't want you to downplay it. And it was all worth it. Like, everything was worth it. Like, the messages we've received from people on the side are worth it. People just they just want to come through and chill, even though they're like, even though I won, can I still pull up and chill? And I'm like, yeah, man, you can chill and smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was one time we had a cheater, and everybody like fucking like
they wanted to take the cheater out. We were like,
yeah, it was.
We don't
murder.
like it, but let's not kill anybody over
Yeah,
it.
somebody was Googling. They didn't know they were.
You know, they were not muted. And as the question popped up on the screen, I hear, "Hey Google, what's the largest river in whatever?" And I heard the "Hey Google," and I started, because I was unmuted too, so I started just talking. I was like, I can't believe somebody's trying. Like, I was trying to over talk the question so he wouldn't get an answer, and then sort it out after the question was over. And yeah, it was.
Dang.
You know.
That's cool, though. That's cool.
People will be people, and big picture is, out of all the nights that we did it, out of all the nights we went on Zoom, that was one person, one incident out of an entire fucking month.
So
No big deal.
I mean,
Yeah,
let's be
yeah,
real.
totally.
At
Yeah,
the
it
end of
was
the
dumb.
day, it didn't hurt anybody really. And
Yep.
if anything, if anybody knows who actually did it, it just made that person look bad.
Yeah, it's all good.
It is what it is.
You're going live on the Hippy Chronicles page, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
They're
People
listen,
are hitting me up and going, where can I watch it?
Listen, I just want to let everybody on Instagram know because they're saying we can't hear the person talking. It's because we have him in the headphones. So he's on Zoom and he's not actually here. So the reason why you can't hear him talking is because he's not here. So we're like not talking to an imaginary person. He's on another screen.
We're not that high.
Yeah, not yet, right? He's just on another screen, and you guys just can't hear him because he's on our headphones. So don't worry about it. We're good, okay? Kyle, we appreciate you, man.
They can hear me on the Facebook though, right?
Yeah, go if you listen. You guys can really check this out on Facebook. It's on the Hippy Chronicles page. It's on every fucking stoner page on Facebook. It's all over the place. So definitely check it out. I mean, we're going live right now. It'll be up later. Anyway, Allison, we'll do the next virtual. We'll get the next virtual week out the way real quick so that people aren't like, what the fuck, man? Why do they keep talking to nobody? Allison, you can hear us right
over there?
Where are they smoking? Yeah. Everything is been provided by Grow Scientists, by the way. So if you guys are wondering how to get this high, just smoke some Mac or some 92. Actually, never mind. We'll wait till later. I got a rant. Allison,
Get
how
the
was your
92
week?
OG.
Yeah, I have a rant.
My week was pretty good. I hiked a lot. People are coming out of quarantine. It's kind of like coming out of hibernation, I assume, for like bears or something.
I hope they don't act
But
like
it's
bears.
been it's a pretty good week. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you've been pretty active in our nightly sessions as well. So I want to thank you again, for honestly pushing me to do that shit every single night. Like you made sure like, hey, we need to do that shit tonight. I was like, all right, if I don't do it, I'll ask Kyle to do it. And there were a few nights that we didn't like not go, but most of all, we really tried to make sure we did a not really like a podcast, but I did record some of them, but sessions, like nightly sessions on Zoom, and we opened it up to like a lot of people.
Right.
So a lot of people enjoyed it because it was a place for them to come and be able to like vent and shit and still see the homies and like smoke with the homies, but we just can't be physically there, but it was still dope, man. And that's just how trivia night came alive. So
That's cool.
Hell yeah, man, for sure.
We'll
for
definitely be pushing more on trivia night. We'll give more detail later when we figure it out. But Allison, thank you. I'll get back to you guys here in a minute with the news. I was going to go around the circle of weeks. Colin, you want to tell us? I mean, you live two lives, man. You're
Two lives. You a double agent, Colin?
Double agent.
Double eight. Damn, double double. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So, Colin, my man, what is your typical week look like, bro?
DJ Pipe Fixer.
There we go.
Okay, no, time out. That sounds. Listen,
Whoa.
DJ Pipe Fixer sounds a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he wants to.
That sounds like a completely different life.
I mean, listen, I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no hating.
If you want that kind of clientele,
do I?
Go ahead.
I mean,
we ain't. You listen. We're giving you. It's your time. You do what you do with it.
It's your time.
It's your time. Oh shit.
That's good stuff. Thank
You a
Kyle.
grown ass
Thank
man.
you, Kyle.
Kyle
Do
just
whatever you want.
ruined Colin's professional career with
In one podcast.
DJ Pipe Fixer. No more. Like Kyle.
Best
Look, Kyle's broken.
Uh-oh.
Kyle's broken.
I'm back.
No, you're not. It's your Wi-Fi.
I'm
dude.
back. I found it.
It's your Wi-Fi.
My speakers went.
My speaker's disconnected. My headset disconnected from my
Oh.
computer, so I had no audio. I couldn't hear you guys, but I got it
Oh.
fixed. I can hear you again.
Well, we were just talking about how you ruined Colin's professional career, but it's all right.
Best news yet.
Colin's in my seat.
He-
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Gotta get
you were
out
talking
right
about
now.
dropping a mixtape earlier.
Yep.
It's coming.
Now
See?
It's coming. You know.
pipe fixing.
I think we
dreams.
got all the tools
Pipe
now.
fixer. Here we go.
pipe fixing dreams.
There it is.
Oh
There
shit.
it is.
Oh, that's great.
Oh man.
All right, we're just gonna act like that never happened. We're just gonna act like that never happened.
But it did happen.
I can't. So I can't edit that. I'm sorry.
You don't edit it out.
I can't unhear that.
I can't edit that. I'm sorry. I'm just playing. So, Colin, my man, for real, how does the week look like for you? Dude?
Well, quarantine's been going on, and I've just been doing my double life, which is plumbing.
Okay.
Just put it in, man. Not much. Staying home as much as possible. Staying healthy as much as possible.
Yeah, you look healthier.
But we back in the
Not
stew.
gonna lie.
We back in the
Maybe
stew.
it's just because I haven't seen you in a month. You just look like Colin.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Thank you.
I missed you though, man. You're my boy.
I miss
bro.
you
Like,
guys too.
for real,
I
dude,
miss
like-
you guys. Yeah.
we missed the studio. You could hear it a lot when we talk. Just like, I can't wait to the studio.
Yeah, this place is
We
dope,
back.
man. This place is super cool.
It's just so cozy. This is
Thank
why
you.
I'm not going anywhere else. I'm gonna buy this.
Yeah, dude.
There you go. Make
Pie
it yours.
is
Hippie
fine.
life, pro life.
Yeah,
What
this
if
place
I-
is like
listen.
legit.
Listen, how could I rent this out for a year?
I don't know. We can make it happen.
That way I can smoke in here.
All right.
Damn.
Damn, baby, we on to something.
Oh,
Priorities
no.
I
hurt.
like that. That's literally all I need. I just want to smoke backwards. Like this pipe is cool, man. You know, about this. I call this Gandeezy, like you know, Gandalf, but the OG
If
version.
Gandalf was a gangster.
It's Gandeezy right here. It's my
Gandeezy,
boy Gandeezy. You feel me? Gets me high as fuck. Sometimes I be feeling like Jesus, the way I be thinking. You feel me? That's thanks to Gandeezy. Shit. Oh God. Well, Colin, what about your second life when you're not fixing pipes?
Second life, like in the stew.
Yeah, you be up in. Yeah, man. Talk about your stew sessions, bro. We heard a beat. Actually, don't we got one of Colin's beats on video?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's at the start of one of our trailers for sure. I don't know which one though.
Yo.
Oh no way! I think I saw it. I'm pretty
Yeah,
It's
sure.
bro.
definitely at the start of one of the trailers.
And you know I was fucking it up. Hey,
Yeah,
it was.
hey,
Yeah.
fucking it up. Hey, that shit was lit.
That's funny.
Okay,
man.
but yeah, man, he's a producer. He does great work. He actually takes great care of us here at Digilab. I'm not saying that he's the only producer.
Yeah, big shout out to Digilab, man. Those
Yeah.
guys are
I'm telling you right now, if you guys
hooking you guys up, man.
somewhere to record your podcast or your music, bro, I even recorded a poem here.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
swear to
Damn.
God, dude.
Spoken
Yeah.
word.
Yeah,
Heard.
dude. I swear to God, recorded the poem, shot some video here. Shit, photography, huh? You guys,
Got it off.
it's a whole studio here. So if
They
you
got a
need
green screen too.
green screen, white screen, Digilab screen, and me screen. That means me and your screen. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I need.
Me
And it's
and
free,
your
bro.
screen.
Me and your screen is free. 'Cause, it's fun. But yeah, man, if you guys really like do need, this is me telling you, because I've been recording this podcast since my first episode. I mean, there's some that we didn't record here, but any podcast episode that I recorded in any studio was always here. I've never went anywhere else. I've had people ask me to record at their studio. I've had people offer sessions for free, and I was like, I'm good, bro. Like, this is my spot. I mean, I live halfway across the fucking earth to get here.
True.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I love this spot. And if anybody needs a spot, come here. Ask for Colin.
Woo.
Ty is cool as well. I
Yeah.
forgot the other dude. What's the other dude's name?
Tyler.
Tyler and Ty. That's not Tyler's cool too.
Colin.
That's how you, Ty and Tyler.
Now you
There
know.
you
Now
go.
you can
There you
never
go.
forget it.
I should.
Yeah.
If I do, if
Yeah.
I forget it, you can charge me double. So Kyle, if you ever ask me, you answer. Oh shit!
Don't say that shit.
Don't
Because
say
the only thing you're
that.
bad at is remembering names.
Yeah.
That's why I said if he ever asks me, you answer the question.
Don't wish that juju on me,
Oh.
man. He's like,
I'm out here, Kyle.
not today, Satan. Not today.
So yeah, man. Okay. I'm sorry. I got. I was getting to the middle
You're
here.
good, man.
I told you I missed you guys.
Awesome.
I'm crazy here.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Chef Derek, man.
What's up?
Before we get like too serious, even though I feel like we just was not serious enough, so let's just get a little.
Well, we're just having fun, man.
I was just like, how does a week look like for you, man? I know you're a chef, so I got a little.
Well, it used to be like 70-hour work weeks, and not seeing the sun really, and getting home at 2:00 in the morning, and that living the chef life, working downtown, commuting and all that. But now, like ever since the Netflix show dropped, I've been kind of building up for that moment for the last year, because I filmed it last year, and so I've been building up for the last year, like my brand and doing my own Stay Hungry Kitchen TV project that we've been producing, and so building up my my media and just getting known and getting a name and just trying to like do things that are different, still be myself, but like, build myself, build my brand. And so when the Netflix thing dropped, man, it was just kind of like all of a sudden everything started snowballing, which has been kind of cool because like it's what I wanted to happen.
What you worked for.
Yeah, I mean it's still a smaller step, but I got still more building to do. But like it's been cool, to be able to like do these private events and like do podcasts like this and just talk about the show and like get more people to understand what about cooking and cannabis really is all about. You know what I mean? And how it could be something that everybody could be doing and will be. It is the future of food, I guarantee you.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a $1 billion industry. So, you know what I mean? And what we're doing isn't pot brownies and suckers and candy, you know what I mean?
I mean, some people are.
You're right. And there's a place for that, 100%. You know what I mean? But what we're doing is showing that there could be so much more that people are missing out on.
The lamb?
And it's not about getting high. It doesn't have to be about getting high.
The lamb?
Yeah, I know. Man, I know.
The lamb?
On that show, the one thing they didn't even talk about was the sauce that was on that dish. I did a smoked paprika caramel. A smoked paprika caramel for that lamb dish. It was spicy, a little bit sweet, a little bit sticky. Like it gave it like that like Mediterranean barbecue sauce feel with the smoked paprika.
Oh,
it was fire. It was so good.
So
yeah, like when you watch
caramel, right?
Yeah.
And would you?
I mean, I did sugar, a smoked paprika, a little bit of water, and I just cooked it down until it thickened up. And I added smoked paprika until it turned red, and I tasted it just to make sure there was a nice balance. And it was like a smoky, savory caramel. And I was like, dude, no one's doing savory caramels on a fucking entree dish on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. I'm doing it.
Oh, yeah.
So I did.
Damn, that sounds
But they didn't even
fire.
talk about it. And I was like mad when the show came out. And I was like, come on.
Bro, my gears are turning right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I was like, dude, this is going to be rad. Dude, I spent like 2 months working on that menu for that show. Like in secret, because I was under contract, so I couldn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
And in my contract, they're like, "We'll sue you for $1 million." I was like, "I don't have $1 million, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to go down that road."
Yeah.
I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure.
I've enjoyed it. I could keep that secret.
Yeah, it was fun though, man. It was cool. So a week for me used to be going to work, because I worked at the Breadfruit and Rum Bar in downtown, for Chef. Big shout out to Chef Danielle Leone. I love her to death. We were James Beard nominated, and like it was, and then all of a sudden the quarantine happened. So what a week looked like now is, I dove headfirst into doing private chef events and
there you go.
utilizing and trying to capitalize on all the foundation that I've built for the last few years. Networking and getting media and just building my brand and what I'm trying to do. And now the Netflix thing has obviously been a huge help, a huge platform, because I've had people from all over the world, from Germany, from Turkey, from Istanbul.
Listen, we talked about it outside, but again, those conversations will get recorded. But listen, I really want to give you your props, man, because you did we talked about the risk you took, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even though there was 10 grand on the line, it was like, fuck that. Like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, it was never
grand.
about the 10 grand, bro. it was never about the 10 grand
And
because
that's
the
dope.
way I saw it, man,
That's good.
it was an opportunity for me to represent a culture that I've never cooked before.
Yeah.
Flavors that I'm familiar with, but I've never tried to represent them
Yeah.
in my own way. I wanted to do it on national television because with big risk comes big reward.
Oh yeah.
And whether I won the show or not, it was fucking Netflix.
You still won, dude. You still
Millions, dude. We were the top 10. We were in the top 10 shows in the United States 3 days after the show dropped.
Yeah.
Top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10
I
stream
was,
show
I
in the
was one
United
of the
States.
streamers, bro. I was one
Yeah,
of the
dude.
streamers.
Like
I swear to God,
we were all like tripping out.
I
All of
told
us.
my chick, I was like, bro, we gotta watch this. Like, remember that chef that Steven was telling me about that like was trying to hook me
Yeah,
up
big
with?
shout out to Steve.
Yeah, for
Hope
real.
he sees this.
Yeah,
and
no,
and
for real.
hears this.
It's on Facebook. I hope I don't see
Yeah, I'm
him
going
too
live right
active
now
on
on mine.
Facebook anymore. I'm like, oh, he probably got the fuck. He's probably doing.
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, shit, close. What's Steve doing? Steven, if you're watching this, I love you, man. You taught me how to play ping pong, bro.
Yeah.
He's the only four.
Steve's a good dude. I love working next to him. I worked with him at the Breadfruit.
Yeah,
Dude never worked in a kitchen in his life. I had so much respect for that dude.
yeah. I
He
saw him go
worked
through his culinary
so
program.
hard. He worked that job so hard,
Fuck yeah, he does.
bro.
Oh, yeah.
He wored so hard.
I want to
was
give
so
that
proud
guy
of
a
him.
hug right now, bro.
That dude was
I do.
cool. Yeah, I love Steve. He was
He's
a good
such
dude.
a hard worker, man. I see them. Again.
Hey,
I
he
won't
would
even
come
dive
over.
into it, but
He would come over and we would smoke. Like he'd drop me off sometimes
Yeah.
because we got off late. You know, he'd drop me off at the house, and yeah, we would smoke and shit, just bullshit. And I was like, dude, he was such a cool dude.
He is, bro.
He changed his entire life, and I was like, dude, that's the type of people I want to be around.
Like me.
Yeah.
Shout out to that guy.
Right? Hell yeah, dude.
I
It's
just
hard.
don't want to say too much about it,
That's
you know, because
hard.
that's his story.
Like
I
in
don't wanna
his,
say-
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And his struggle is so much. I mean, so much harder than my struggle. And
Yeah.
I thought my struggle was hard. You know what I mean? So it was really cool to meet that dude. And like, I was glad I got to work with him.
Yeah, that's
And,
what
and it brought me to be here with you guys. You know what I mean?
We did that shit together, bro. It's
Yeah.
so tight, man. It's just
It's
so
cool.
tight, you know, because we're just like, dude, we're just walking proof. You feel me? That's
Yeah,
it.
dude.
That's like all I want to say is like,
Yeah, I feel that,
Yeah,
dude. Like
it's-
I went through my own
you know,
my own change, man.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
it's
like
so humbling.
and so I understand. I don't understand it the same way you guys do, but
Yeah.
like I understand the process of being another person and then changing yourself, and like you're like, now I'm this guy now,
Yeah, dude.
and I'm better for it. You know what I mean? I understand that because I'm living proof of that as well. So
So yeah.
you know, but yeah, man, I'm happy to be here. It's cool.
Well, thank you, bro. No, for real, thank you. Like, I'm trying to keep my composure right now. You know, I know
No,
a lot
man.
of people are like, "Who is this guy?" But like,
I'm
man,
just a normal dude, man.
somebody who's like I said, like I just love. I'm a culinary, man. Like, I'm
Right.
not just somebody who wants to cook because it makes good money. Like, dude,
Right.
I focus this business like on everything that I've learned in culinary school, like the hospitality, the treat the people, you know, like how I built this brand is like kind of, and Kyle, you know, the way he's learned in business school, we just kind of mixed it together,
Right.
you know, and that's why, like, if you ask about us, nobody can say anything negative
Right.
about us, you know, because we're not those type of people. We're not gonna, dude, I've been sending people shit because it was their birthday, because they told me. And I was like, okay. I didn't even ask to see their ID. I was like, it's your birthday? What's your address? And sent them
Right.
some hippie. I didn't even tell you I've been doing that. I've sent Hippie Life merch to North Carolina, Florida, and
Damn.
fucking, I got another one I got to send to fucking Arizona as soon as I drop it off to Ed tomorrow. But, dude,
Well, you
like,
hear
I
that?
just,
Let Jordan know when it's your birthday. He might just send
now
you
listen,
again.
listen. Linda, listen.
Linda.
We're gonna have to
Listen,
pause
Linda.
right there, buddy. All right.
Bruh.
All the free shit has been given away.
Oh,
But
You missed that,
that doesn't mean I might not be feeling generous. I've just been in a
But
generous
the
mood,
point
you know?
is that you were showing gratitude.
Yeah.
You know, because you could.
And
And that's the difference. It's the intent. The act, yes, but the intent really matters.
yeah,
Because you could do something nice for somebody and hate them.
I'm trying.
You know what I mean?
I'm trying to be cool. Hey, we already had that talk this morning, Kyle, right? We don't need to talk about it again. Well, thank you, man. My week, I mean, shit, dude, it's been, I will be completely honest with y'all. My weeks have been stressful as fuck. like straight up, and that's because I'm still trying to do school, which they've converted all online. And as like smart as I am with the computer, I cannot do school online. Like that's not my like the reason why I went to college and chose to do classes inside the classroom is because that's how I learn.
Right.
I can't because on the computer I can just I can just
Right.
do other shit that I
Right.
shouldn't be doing. Even though I know I shouldn't be doing, I can't not do it. You
Right.
feel me? In class though, you socialize, and then sometimes you want to like me, I look for good debates. Like
Right.
I love having a good educational debate in class about something, especially when people want to talk about weed. I'm like, yes. Somebody dropped the weed bomb in school. Let's do this because this is what I do for a living. So,
Hey, well, there's a reason why it's still essential business.
you know,
You know what I'm saying? let's just put that out there.
but
You don't see no dispensary shut down.
Some do need to. We'll talk about that. I feel like one of y'all might be touching on that. There's two. I got my two. My news. One of my news co-hosts right here, my Allison or Kyle, might have something to do with. But not yet. Not yet. We're not in the news.
I mean,
I didn't do nothing yet.
Okay,
No, I didn't
I'll
do
let
nothing.
you know. Oh no, I'll let you know when it's time to fire off because I feel like you're gonna talk about it today. I've been preparing for it, but it's cool. It's not bad. It's good. I think that people need to know about this. But really, the stress came from that. So I really, the good thing about school is they let you drop your classes and retake them next like year basically without having to pay again, right?
Cool.
You have to start over,
Right.
but I still have all my notes, so I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. But I was like, all right, but my son he is not doing well with this transition shit. You know, like he's already hyper as shit.
Right.
And where he got most of his energy out was at school, right?
Right.
So if you tell people that, they're like, well, go take your son outside. Go, okay, I do that, but it's hot as fuck, right? It's hot as fuck outside,
Right.
okay? And knowing my son will play as long as he can, but being a parent, you gotta know, like, bro, it's time to go inside and cool down. Like,
Yeah.
and then there's only so much shit he can do by himself and his 2-year-old little sister. You know, he's used to playing with tons of kids every
Right.
single day. So he's struggling. Like school, he's still smart as fuck, you know, but behavior is crazy, you know. And like I'm like not too big on spankings, but like I've gotten to the point to where I noticed I've kind of been spanking him more. You know, I will admit that. I don't beat my kid. Like I will be honest with you, but there's
a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
There's an appropriate time where
I got my ass whooped as a kid.
I got my ass beat.
Yeah,
I will admit
my
that.
mom broke spoons over my ass.
Bro, I got put through the fucking wall.
Literally.
Back through the wall. Like,
Mom, I'm sorry.
I've gotten my ass beat. My son doesn't even get a tenth of that. He gets 2 little spankings put in his room, and maybe 3. I don't know. I don't count. But it's under that. You know, between 1 and 3. You know
I'm
what
not
saying?
keeping count.
I'm not keeping count because it's not that serious. It's just a reminder, like, to let him know, like, hey, what you're doing is more serious than me yelling at you. Like, you know, you drop kicking your sister on the trampoline is a little bit more serious than fucking maybe writing on the wall with a washable marker. You know, like, so yeah, when you drop kick your sister,
gotta have levels.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you're disrespecting your mother, like in a very like it's just fucking crazy, dude. Like he's a mini teen, bro. He's a 5-year-old teen, and I'm like, holy fuck.
You're gonna have to do this twice.
Yeah, because I have a daughter too, and she's sassy as fuck. She told my girl, she's yelling at her brother, and then my girl's like, stop yelling. And then she's like, I'm not talking to people, I'm talking to Bubba. And she's like, my wife's like, looks at me, she's like, what the fuck? I'm people now?
I'm people.
Yeah. Like, what the, first of all, I'm people now. And second of all, what the fuck? She just told me I'm talking to my brother, like I'm not talking to you. So I'm like, oh God. And she throws
I ain't even talking to you, people.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. You're not even mama. Like, you're people, fam. Like,
That's like double disrespectful. And the
And then
attitude and the
three.
fact that she's not even giving you identity. Like you're just people.
Yeah.
But what do you do?
Something-
She's cute as fuck.
First of all, Allison,
She is
Dang.
too.
Allison,
Dang.
see, Allison, I can't be thinking that way. That's why I didn't say nothing, because she is cute as fuck. I can't let her get away with that shit, though.
Dang.
Who is people, young
Man,
lady?
whoever she dates when she gets old enough to date.
Don't say that, bro.
She is gonna.
He's
she is
he is fucked.
decimate.
Whoever
Yes.
he is fucked.
Yes. Yep.
Listen,
Pray for
I
him.
pray to God it's a she. Okay, I pray to God that my daughter just listen. I don't care. I'm cool. I pray.
Right. Love
Because
is love,
listen,
right?
man. Yeah, love is love. Because listen, man. I already know how men are, bro. And not saying that women ain't that way, dude. You know, but I've taken sociology. Okay, the studies in domestic violence cases between lesbian is not that high. Now,
Right.
Between male and male is higher than woman and woman.
Right.
Okay, like I have a book, I've read it, I just did it like the chapter this last week, so you can't argue with me. If you can, it's because my book is old. Okay, I'll tell you that. I got last year's edition. So, but I was trying to say,
I like the disclaimer there, just in case.
I bought last year's edition. So
yeah, it's the book's fault. because
last
I was
year,
trying to-
fucking
I was
sue
trying
me.
to save I was trying to save on my FAFSA money, so I bought last year's edition off Amazon. I'm sorry.
Dang, frugal.
Oh.
And that's why y'all were able to get all them prizes for trivia.
Yeah. No. That was from Uncle Trump's money. Okay.
Uncle
Yeah.
Trump.
The
Trump
FAFSA
bucks.
money. The
Trump
FAFSA
bucks.
money I got like at the beginning of the year. That was like from school. I didn't get no. I used like damn near all my fucking stimulus money prizes for trivia. It was great. It was great.
It was so much fun.
It was great. But at this, very well spent.
There you go.
I did also buy some designs for the brand, as you can see. I purchased.
It is a nice shirt. I was looking at that.
Yeah,
That's a solid shirt.
bro.
The colors, the style. I was like, all right.
We have a lot. We have a lot of shirts.
see
like,
you.
colorful on our website,
Dope.
which has been
Dope.
updated. Hippy Life.
I really want that quarantine logo on something.
Oh, that corn. Yeah, bro. Yeah, we get. Don't worry, I'm working on that. Yeah, you already know.
I know
got a
you
lot.
are.
Bro, I was like, you know what? Since the world is about to get ready to open up, like, let me update the website and start dropping shit every week. Just bam. Even if it's shit people seen, it still gets introduced to the website. And a lot of people haven't been on that website because it's been fucked up. Like, it was put together well, but I just threw shit on there.
Yeah,
Like,
you guys got a cool thing going on, man. I've been checking you guys out. I'm like,
Thank you, bro.
dang.
I appreciate that.
I see you got all the, like, everything looks nice. Like, it looks well thought out. Like, you guys
Well,
are
shout
trying
out
to
to
run a business.
Yeah,
you know
shout
what I
out to
mean?
the guy who put it together. Honestly, like, who made the layout. But like, I took, Robbie Ports. Yeah. Let me shout. Robzilla, aka Web Mantis, aka Robbie Ports. What's his gamer tag now? I know he's.
I don't know. He's gaming now though. He's trying to get signed, I think.
He's trying to get his Twitch page popping. So he's actually a professional website builder for GoDaddy as well.
Oh, very
So,
cool.
if anybody
cool.
needs, he did the Kush Chronicles, Allison's website.
Nice.
He did our website. He's done tons of websites for celebrities.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if you got a website.
I don't right now.
So when you're looking,
It's the next step.
I will link. Yes, he does phenomenal
It's the
work.
next step.
You can definitely check ours out when you get a chance
Yeah.
if you haven't yet. Just
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
so
check you
you
guys
get a
out for
little-
sure.
little idea.
No, your guys' website's dope. I can check
I
it out.
appreciate
Yeah.
it. But yeah, we updated those pictures. I took all those shits in my garage, by the way. So yeah, y'all, just to let y'all know, y'all do not have to go nowhere to do a photo shoot. You can just set one up in your garage. I figured that out.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Dude, I've been doing that since I was in the music industry, since I was in, like, freshman year of high school. I've been doing my own shit like that, dude.
I just got
That's
bored
the way
and
to
started
do it.
fucking around with Photoshop.
When you broke.
Yeah,
Exactly.
bro.
Same.
I just figured out
Same.
Photoshop. So I was like, bro, what?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
I've been traveling downtown this whole fucking time trying to capture the best
Hey,
lighting.
I'm gonna tell you though, like personally, as a photographer, like from the for me at least, from the artistic perspective of it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I
Just
still
getting
enjoy
here too
going
sometimes.
out in a natural background.
Oh, absolutely.
and
No,
being in
absolutely.
the street. I enjoy
Don't
it.
get me wrong.
You can make it happen in the
in your
studio.
garage. Yeah,
But I
listen,
enjoy
Right,
the natural.
right, absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
easier to set up, like to orchestrate with people. Like, just come to my house. We'll do these pictures.
Oh yeah.
And they all look the same. And that was one thing that was lagging. Like the pictures we had on there were more like, I thought, for like social media. Looking at them now that I look back, but when I look back, like when I was doing it, I was
Absolutely.
like, we need these just like this, just like that.
Right.
And Kyle was just like, fuck it, all right, bro, that's what you want, I'm gonna do it. And then he did it. They were, and the pictures are phenomenal, dude, but they're not for that purpose. You know what I'm saying? They're for like social media marketing.
Right.
So I just broke that shit down, dude, and I took like 4 or 5 days out now. Every size, every category has a picture, has a price, has the material of what's in the product, like
that's what you
stitch
gotta
count,
do. That's
you know
what you
I'm
gotta
saying?
do, man.
Now I'm trying to figure out how I can get the fucking size charting in there so people just like, and know what, like when people are is it true to fit? I'm like, I don't know if it's me. If that's what you're asking me, I wear a medium. Like, yeah.
That's the best advice.
I'm a medium. I wear large.
Yeah, I was like, well, they'll be like, what size is the model wear? Medium. Okay, cool. Has it shrunk? No. I've had, like, some of them I've had for years. Like, all of our shit's pre-washed, so I'm pretty sure that helps with shrinking. So, yeah, man. Definitely let me know. I'll hook you up, bro. Let me know what size you are.
let's put your stuff for
Hell
sure,
yeah,
man.
for sure, bro.
I'll wear your stuff. Hope maybe we get some stuff going. I'll wear it next week when I go to Vegas for the Cooking for a Queen show.
Hey.
I'll wear it on there.
Okay. I keep forgetting, man. We still got some meat potatoes to get into. Allison, Kyle, Allison, any of you guys got some news this week?
Well,
okay, what's up?
I'll tee it up, and I'll let Allison say her thing. I've got a little just kind of thing.
Y'all got some tea. Y'all got some tea.
Yeah.
I know it's some
Well,
tea.
it is what it is. Basically, and probably most people have seen that there was essentially a lawsuit filed against Harvest. Is that correct, Allison? Two plaintiffs, essentially, right? Two former employees. And when I first heard it, without just hearing the headline, I'll be 100% honest, I snapped judgment. Oh, two former disgruntled employees, weird. But as I read what it all said and dug into it a little bit, there's some pretty shady ass shit.
Okay, listen. I'm going to go on record and say some of it was very, very shady, and some of it was some petty as fuck, I would hate working with this person type of shit. Like, there was some petty, and like, I get it though, because it's a case, and they were unleashing everything, but some of that shit was like, I will never hire this person if I was like a business, like, reading shit. Like, people would just not be comfortable working with you.
I agree with Jordan.
They look like moles. They look like they were planted there to look for shit. Like,
a lot of people that's it's questionable.
Like, there's some dumb shit. Like, employees were hitting vapes, like, at events. Like, dude, they're at fucking events. Oh well, dude. Like,
right.
And a drug-free workforce.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
I guess.
But they don't consider cannabis a drug when they consider it a medicine. So it's like saying that they're not allowed to have medicine at work. And Harvest doesn't, I don't think, has that policy.
That's crazy.
They have a drug-free workforce, meaning you're not allowed to come in high on cocaine and you're not allowed to come in drunk. But they don't consider
7 pills deep in opioids or something.
Yeah.
Like
they don't consider cannabis a drug.
You need some more.
Yeah. Got a little droop in your eye all day.
I don't know if that's their official statement, but that's how a lot of dispensaries are. They are a drug-free workforce, but they mean drug-free as in all the other drugs.
You're selling weed. How can you be like, well, you can't be high on weed?
Why am I
What?
selling it, motherfucker? Like,
What?
what am I doing? What do you mean? Like, then these people can't be.
How are they going to enforce that either?
Yeah, how do you know? How can you sell something you know nothing about if you're not?
And,
if you're not,
that's what I was
doing it
gonna say. How
yourself?
am I buying something from somebody
Yeah.
that can't even partake in the product?
People are like, I don't know, bro. It smells good.
Drug free, you got a drug test.
It's pretty. Buy it.
So how am I supposed to give my recommendations, sir? How am I supposed to get my employee discount, dude? What are you talking about?
Bruh.
Here's the thing to me, I guess. Like from I read the New Times article, and there were a couple of things that stuck out to me that were like, if that's true, why would that even be like one of the things I read in the New Times article, and again, I don't know if any of this has been proven. This is what's in the statement of the accusation, I guess you would call it. But they were storing product in the ceiling. Like,
damn, that's some stash house shit. Some trap house.
Like that was some of the type of stuff that I read that I was like that's the type of shit that a new industry shouldn't be doing no matter what.
No.
Yeah.
Now
that makes you look
employees hitting vape pens. If I worked with somebody that was like, he hit his vape pen at work, fucking go fuck yourself, 6ix9ine. You know how I feel about 6ix9ine.
Oh,
I'm just gonna dead it. I'm just gonna dead it right there.
There is a fine line between whistleblower and snitch, and this lawsuit kind of rides the cusp of both.
So some of the things are like, if this is really going on, yes, I'm glad you brought this to the attention. But some of it's like,
There's reaching.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. So the Allison, did you write anything on it? Have you wrote anything on it recently?
I'm waiting for Harvest to respond.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Well, in the meantime, I mean, everything's public. You can access it there, and I mean, you guys could give us your feedback, what you think. You hear our stand and our response and how we feel on it. So now we want to see how you feel. So, I mean, you can go on our page on Facebook, literally under this, or even under this video. You can go on to YouTube. You can go, shit, me and Kyle were talking about something else. So you might even be able to post it on our website. Who knows? Ain't no telling, it might be coming soon. But either way, we still want to know how you feel, what you think. Not really trying to like blast those employees. I don't even know their names, honestly, so I'm not going to say, even try to guess them. But really just like how you feel about the entire situation. Like, are you glad they brought this up, or do you think you could have just let it slide? I don't know. I mean, there's some shit about the allotment too they were doing.
There's a loophole, and I'm trying to find that. That there's a loophole, and I'm really trying to find that. And
it's a little gray.
there's a huge loophole, and I'm honestly trying to find it. I'm also at this time doing a stoner-friendly AMMA. So I'm breaking down the AMMA and making it more like readable, because a lot of it's lawyer talk and a lot of it
us can understand.
Yeah, there's a lot of jargon in there. I'm like, fam, I'm gonna just.
So I'm doing that with help of,
Right.
That's awesome.
Let's skip that. Okay. I'm going over these Facebook comments.
Colin is bumping over there, huh?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man, they're having a house party over
Yeah,
there,
we're
bro.
about to. No,
It's like a Cypress Hill concert over there.
that's crazy. Well, thank you guys for that. Again, we got a little bit of time left.
Little bit.
Chef, just a little bit of time.
Yeah, we got a little bit of time.
Yeah. We got these questions.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
Fire away.
Right. Where they at, Kyle?
I didn't pick any specific ones out today. I have that I have that same.
I see this.
Give me a number 1 through 211.
I see it right
You
here.
can just shoot from the hip.
I see it right here. No, these are fun. Oh, and they're
You got it.
numbered.
I got
Okay.
it pulled up. I got it pulled up right here on my screen.
No, it's right here. I got it.
Oh,
They're all right here. All right.
You're good then.
So you can't look, bro.
Ah,
You can't look.
okay, dang. Why are you
I
yelling?
gotta minimize this shit.
Why are you
Well,
yelling?
I
All right. Yeah, you do it. You just be getting glitchy sometimes. Your Wi-Fi
All right.
is a little. You're good though. Go ahead.
A little spotty.
So it's number what? 1 through
211.
211, right? You get to pick a number between 1 and 211. You get 5 of them. Okay. And Kyle's gonna read you the question, and you're gonna answer it. Now, here's the thing, man.
This should be fun.
These questions, these are we kind of decipher people here. Like, if
Okay.
you can come back after these. Okay, these are real life
Okay.
questions. These
Come back.
If you fail this test,
Heard. I'll be kicked off the island. I get it. All right.
just
All
say-
right. No survivor. Heard.
So, Kyle, go ahead first. Pick a number between 1 and 211.
55.
55, Kyle.
Start.
All right. Number 55.
No pressure.
All right. And this is food related. So
Oh, shit.
would you rather eat a sandwich made from 4 ingredients in your fridge chosen at random, or eat a sandwich made by a group of your friends from 4 ingredients in your fridge?
Oh.
So the way I'm reading this, you make it, but we're picking at random what you're putting together. Or
Gotcha.
4 of your friends are making it, which I bet you got some chef friends, so this might not be a bad direction to go, but you pick the ingredients.
But at the same time,
But it still has to be in your
terrible
fridge.
It could be a
direction,
terrible.
because if the chef friends are like, "Oh, we're gonna fuck him up,"
Yeah, see, that's the double-edged sword with having friends that know how to cook, is they know how to break the rules. And so that could get real scary real quick. So I like adventure. So I would probably have 4 of my friends make a sandwich for me with random ingredients from my fridge, because either way, it would be a really good story and could be really good. They could stumble upon something. It could be delicious, or it could be absolutely horrible and be a great story for the future.
either way, it's a story.
But, I also know that I don't keep shit in my refrigerator. So whatever they would pick would be pretty good either way. So
I'm coming here.
that's how, right?
That
Right?
sounds right.
Right?
Dinner, ass,
That
chef,
sounds right.
lunch, everything,
Yes.
everything.
Earthing.
All right,
All right.
I dig it. Next.
All right,
question.
so far chances are looking good to stay on the island.
Heard. All right. Next challenge.
Another number.
Yeah. 86.
86.
That's my bone gear.
Okay. See what falls there.
Would you rather give up bathing for a month
Give up
or the
bathing for a
internet
month.
for
Or
a
the
month?
internet. Ooh, I would much rather give up the internet. Because I'm a big man and I like to smell good, and I'm a chef. So keeping nice and clean is way more important than dealing with everybody's bullshit on the internet.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
It's actually
mean,
fucking standard.
It's a useful tool, yes, but do I need it necessarily? No.
That sounds like a pretty easy answer for me too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Nope. Yep. I'd much rather be.
I don't know. I don't go nowhere.
He said, "I don't go nowhere."
I might get away with
I
not
mean-
showering for a month.
That's gross, but okay.
I would be kind
I mean, when you're in your own house, I guess you do what you want.
I'm thinking I don't have cable or anything, and no internet would really limit what I could do in a quarantine. I couldn't even do the show if I didn't have internet for a month.
True.
Right now.
Same. If I didn't have
We
internet,
couldn't even upload the show for anybody else to see, even if we could record
True.
it without the internet.
True.
No, time out though. Is this us not personally having internet or the whole world not having internet? Because if we didn't have it, we could just go to like Starbucks, right? And upload the podcast.
You could like hotspot from your phone.
It says, would you rather give up baby
Give up.
Okay.
or
Give
the
up
internet?
completely, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Give up.
Okay. That's it. Okay, I got you. Yeah, now see, you went a little deeper with the no cable, because now that I'm thinking about it, I don't have cable neither. I just have Rogue TV, which has all the fucking apps, I guess you call streaming apps. I don't know what you call them. Services.
But you need the internet for it.
I need the internet, basically. I got the Chrome stick, my Xbox, my Play. I need my Live. I need my 2K. I'll tell you that right now. If I can't play 2K online, the whole house is going to know it.
Man, we are different in that way.
You hate 2K?
I don't play video games anymore. I don't watch
really?
TV really. Like,
That's like my
you know,
escape.
I
Like,
try to stay away. I mean, I watch TV like streaming stuff,
yeah.
but like I try to stay away from like normal TV because
Oh, normal TV
it's just trash. Yeah, it's absolute
I
trash.
like Netflix, dude. Like, if I could recommend anything, and people are going to be like, really? What? Like, Hollywood, I think is very underrated on Netflix. I will be very, like, I'll be honest, if you're homophobic, like, don't watch it. Like, I'll just tell you right now. Like,
Right.
If you're homophobic, don't watch it at all.
Right.
But other than that, like, it's a great story, dude. Like,
Nice.
it's a great it's like a little 10 series little deal on
Oh, yeah.
like the movie life in 1950, like after World War II it was.
Damn.
I ain't gonna try to quote the year because I'm not good at that shit, but the story was great, dude. Like it was dope. Like, and I'm just a geek for like movies
Right.
and just like
Oh
good
yeah.
acting and shit, and like I just thought it was dope. So if y'all need something to watch, definitely Cooked with Cannabis.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Watch that
Definitely
shit.
go see that.
I love
Dude.
cooking competitions, dude. What happened?
I've got to recommend, especially anybody that's listening to this would probably enjoy it, The Midnight Gospel on Netflix.
Okay.
It's a cartoon, and
I tried
basically,
it.
you didn't like it?
I tried to get into it. I had a loud fan in my ear,
Well,
so
here's my thing
Yeah.
is a trippy ass cartoon that's about interdimensional kind of travel.
no, it looks
weird
cool
shit.
as fuck.
I'm already
But I
there.
just need to get into
Yep.
it.
And
You had me
And-
interdimensional
and
travel.
Interdimensional. I already watched it.
but the twist to it is the storyline, like the talking, the narrative is basically podcast episode. Not basically, it is podcast.
Oh,
It's
like a
kind of a trip because you can completely just tune into just the cartoon and be entertained. You can completely not watch the cartoon and just listen to the conversation and be completely entertained. And
Ooh, did
be
you freeze?
completely
Oh,
entertained.
there you go.
So like I've watched some of the episodes now like a couple times where I've actually immersed myself different ways in it and I'm still entertained. So I
Interesting.
recommend it.
All right, heard.
I recommend to roll something up, sit down,
Yeah.
and watch it.
Yeah, take the trip.
Okay, I'm gonna eat a shit ton of edibles.
Oh,
I did
shit.
do that once over quarantine. It
Dang.
was tough.
You did a 500 spot one day in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Oof.
I survived the whole day though.
Oh,
Still
no,
saying we need to go to
500
White
milligrams?
Castle.
No
At
sleep.
once?
No
Stop
sleep.
it. Stop it.
I swear to God, I was
Who
up
are you?
all day.
Who does that?
I was like, let's see what happens. I don't
I'm
have.
ready for that.
I looked at my
I don't
school
know.
calendar. I was like, oh, I don't have shit to do today.
I don't got shit
I've
to
been saving
do
up this
today.
500 just for this day. Fuck, you know what? Fuck all responsibilities.
500 milligrams all at once.
It was
Yeah.
bomb, bro.
First thing in the morning, no sleep.
Woke up.
Did you like drink anything, like water, or like eat anything before that?
Nah, I just
No,
woke up
just
and
straight
smoked
up.
a blunt,
Damn.
and then went and ate
You
that.
smoked a blunt, then you ate 500 milligram edible.
Smoking a blunt is like the first thing I do in the morning.
Who are you, man?
Young Hippy for the Hippy Life Podcast.
Damn.
I try to tell people like do this shit for real, man. Like I don't
I mean,
know if
that's
I'm
a lot.
medicating or if I'm.
That's a lot all
recreationally
at once
using,
at first thing in the morning. That's like
yeah.
that's like the polar bear challenge with weed.
My metabolism is so fast though, so I was like, I should be all right. I will tell you guys, there was a point I never greened out to where I was freaking out. But there
Straight
was
to the
this
deep
time
end, man.
I was riding that wave.
Did
bro.
you get a headache and feel sick?
No,
Oh,
dude.
bro.
No headache. I didn't wake up with the next day like fuck this shit. So I will shout out the brand, Sofa King Edibles. That's exactly what
Okay.
yeah.
Good dosage. Made you nice and nice and mellow.
They don't just sell 500. I wouldn't recommend, like I said,
Ooh.
unless you're a vet. If you're a vet and you know, like our dose to start is pretty high, like 200.
Unless you're trying to do 1,000 milligrams, bro.
We did.
You're gonna hallucinate on that all at once. No, I'm just kidding.
We had one in here, but we had to split it up between like 3 of us. So we were that. Kyle had a little bit more because the fourth guy didn't want his piece.
It's like those guys that can do like 3 gram dabs, 4 gram dabs.
I did do it.
I couldn't
Stop
do
it.
that.
Stop
I could
it.
not.
I did a
do that.
1 gram
Why?
dab, and
He did a
freaked
1
out.
gram.
I freaked out.
I mean, like, there's part of me that's like, I mean, that's impressive. You might.
I wouldn't even try to
It was
do
a
it,
challenge.
honestly.
It was a challenge, and I had my Hippie Life shirt on, so I had to do it.
I mean, like,
And
I
it was
applaud
on
you.
camera. I was like,
you
yeah.
won't see me doing that because I'll die.
I don't recommend it. Don't
I
ever
will
do it.
die.
Would I do it again? Fuck yeah. Now, this day and age, I would do it again because I got my lungs up. But then I was like not even a dabber.
Mm.
Like I was just a solid weed smoker.
I want no part of it.
Yeah. All right. We giving him a pass on that one?
Oh, yeah. I don't even remember what the question was.
Yeah. Me neither.
Give
So
him-
he gets a pass.
Better bathing? Yeah. Pass.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I mean,
Absolutely.
your reason. There's no way I could fault you for your reason.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Question.
All right,
three.
what's next?
All right, 34.
34.
30,
Question
34. Would you rather wake up as a new random person every year and have full control of them for the whole year, or once a week spend a day inside a stranger without having any control of them?
Switch bodies once a year.
You know, honestly,
That's a
weird,
Netflix movie on its
for
own.
real.
For
For real.
Oh,
Weirdly
shit.
enough, I would want to like observe other people's life perspective. I think that would be really insightful, and like I think it would be truthful in a way. I think it would like I don't know. I think there'd be something there that would be both like hard to see and good to see at the same time.
I think you would have.
You
It'd
know,
be like
that'd
watching
be-
that movie. No,
Yo,
why'd you do
that
that?
would be-
Why'd you
Right?
do that?
Yeah.
That would be
Don't
the
have sex
day
with him.
every week to eat the 500 milligram edible.
Yeah, for real.
Damn, that's crazy.
Ooh.
Damn, I'm thinking about that.
Yeah, I think it'd be a cool,
I'm with you on that one.
I think it'd be a cool observation.
New person every year.
Yeah, like because you get to move around and control yourself all the time. So why not have an opportunity just to
Random person.
observe?
No, it'd be a
Look at this
random
guy.
person. One day every week, it would just be a
Yeah,
random
you just
person
get
that
to
should be
observe
observed.
life.
Oh,
I think that'd be kind of cool.
So it'd be like
It
watching
could be scary as fuck too.
a new person's reality TV show once a week.
Yeah. Oh, it could get weird. It could get scary. It could be really awesome. But I think
that's the strange, like being in the stranger with no control.
ooh, see,
Yeah.
it's
The
deeper
other
than
one would
that
be
now.
being fully control of a person for a full
Once a
year.
Damn, so
Yeah.
you're inside the stranger,
Right,
thinking his thoughts, living his
Right.
life, but you have no control of it,
and you just get to observe.
and you just.
All your
But are you?
senses.
But you're experiencing everything,
Right.
but you can't be like, I don't
Right.
want to do that.
You can't be like, no, fuck this.
You have all the sensations.
So if he
without the control.
overdoses, you're overdosing.
You're feeling it. Yeah.
I guess you'd
you're-
feel it.
But you'd
I
still
wouldn't
be
say
alive.
it'd kill you. You
That
can't
person
die.
would be-
They can't kill you.
That person would be dying, and you'd just be like, "Well, this sucks."
Ah.
If you got the bad luck of going into somebody on the day that they were offing themselves, you wouldn't die.
I'm gonna go
You
ahead.
just
and
switch
say
a
that.
new host. Like,
Yeah, it'd be like Avatar.
Switch to a new host.
oh,
Yo, I've been watching Westworld like
Bro,
on HBO.
stop it.
That shit is so like
Stop it.
It's
I had
real.
watched the first 2 seasons.
Bro.
I just like finally got into the 3rd season, and like when Jesse from fucking Breaking Bad pulls up like the real life GTA on his phone the first time, I was like, yo, I'm into this.
Dude, that show's whack. Not whack.
Like
It's dude, makes your brain just go like, what?
For real.
Like, yeah, dude. Like they bring some shit that's like out there, and you're just like, whoa, this is too much for my fucking brain.
All right.
But I want more of it.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
I got HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Check
check
it out.
that
Yeah,
shit
dude,
out. If you've
Westworld's
never
what's
watched
up.
it, start at the beginning, bro. If you've never watched that, start that shit at the beginning, and just know it gets fucking crazier.
All right. Well, you gotta watch Hollywood.
All right.
It's a dope
All right.
show.
What's the next number?
Next number?
I think we've done 3
All right,
so far. Number
This is
4.
4 right here.
29.
29.
All right, that's my birthday, so I dig that number.
Heard. Okay.
Would you rather travel the world for a year on a shoestring budget, or stay in only one country for a year but live in luxury?
I would travel the world on a shoestring budget, hands down.
Easy.
Because I grew up poor. I grew up not living with a lot of shit, and I still found happiness, and I still was able to do things that I wanted to do. And I think that at the end of the day, the connections I made with people and the love that I've been shown and show other people is going to mean a hell of a lot more than a bunch of money that I can't take with me. And I think it would be a better experience. So hands down, I'd rather travel the world on a shoestring budget.
Have you had that shoestring budget street food?
Oh no, but
I mean,
I've had street food for sure from other countries.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that shit, dude.
I mean,
I haven't. I just heard about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like like the like in China and shit.
Oh,
those
yeah,
little
dude.
street market. Oh my god, I've heard the food and it's cheap as fuck.
Hell
you
yeah,
know, like,
dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
I would
they did a whole
definitely do
Netflix
that.
show about street food in other
yeah,
countries.
that shit's crazy.
That shit was fire.
We need more like that out here, dude. Like,
Does anybody have a counter to that opinion? Because I think we all agree with that opinion pretty much here. Yeah.
anybody want to live in luxury? Okay.
Here's what I heard. A shoestring budget means there's enough money for me to at least travel from place to place
Right.
for the whole year.
And
I can
honestly, like,
get with that.
when you're traveling and meeting people and there's a connection with people, they want to do stuff for you.
Yeah.
So just because you don't have the money to do it for yourself, other people might provide it for you out of gratitude, out of love for you, out of helping you out because you're traveling through the country. Like, I mean,
Hell yeah.
that in itself is worth its weight in the money that you don't actually have.
Yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
you're missing out. Like you're missing out on all that culture because you're gonna be so wrapped up in all that luxury. You're gonna be like I think the point of going to a new different country is to obviously experience that country to the fullest.
Right.
Like, from its history to what's going on now. You
Right.
know, like, and if you're just living in a fucking mansion and you got everything you need, why would you want to go take a tour of the city or some shit like that?
Right.
You know, so fuck yeah, I can fuck with that answer.
And not to say that there aren't rich people out there living in luxury that are super humble and show gratitude and love on
Oh yeah,
people.
for sure.
I'm just saying, like, in that situation, I would definitely rather do that because the experience would be crazy and great all at the same time.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, last one, last number.
5.
Number 5 for the 5th.
Number 5. Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life?
Dang.
Dude, we heard this one for
Like, what that sounds, yeah,
sounds the same.
kind of a version of it.
Yeah, I mean, in reality, the perspective is you lose a year of your life either way, right? I mean,
That's what I hear.
essentially, like, it's
like to me, if it's a year either way, I'd rather just wake up a year later and be done with it.
yeah, right.
I don't
we just talked about having experiences. I don't want to have that experience for a year.
Yeah, because that could change you on a whole mental level that is not okay, and you're not the same person. Therefore, your life was worse after that, or you lose the links on whatever time on this earth you had.
Yeah, nobody knows. So it's like, I'll take the year off, but when the fuck is the off?
That's right.
When does my year come?
And that's a question.
You know what? Even if it was like straight up go into a coma for a year right now, or go to jail for a year right now, I'm going into a coma.
Right.
Yeah, jail's pretty fucked up. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Jail sucks.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've heard so many stories from people that it's just like, man, nobody wants to experience that, you know. So yeah, I would definitely rather just go into it, you know, wake
deep
up,
sleep.
Yep, a long blink. You know, hell yeah.
Wake up like
some
6 feet
cryogenic
taller.
state.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Some
Get that
cryogenic
good
state for a year.
stretch. Oh fuck! You know, like that first in the morning stretch where you start to shake like
that. Really good deep sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's what's up, man. That's it. Honestly, there was no test. We just fucking with you.
I know. It was fun though.
But you passed anyway.
You passed our fake test. Yes.
Some people have gotten. Dude, we tell everybody that, and I swear to God, we have to freak the fuck out. Like, really? Okay, now I'm nervous. Let me fix my chair.
So funny.
And I'm like, okay, Kyle, question 1. And then we read it, and they're like, oh.
Would you rather eat worms or crickets?
That's hilarious.
Oh, crickets!
No, I love it. That's cool.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
But I appreciate you for coming, man.
Yeah, man.
This is our time. This honestly, I couldn't ask for a better way. Sorry, guys, again, to come back to the studio.
Yeah, this place is dope.
Oh,
You guys are cool as hell. I'm glad we are in the same town.
yeah, dude. Shout out to fucking Steven and
Yeah,
Andy
dude.
for linking
Yeah,
us.
for sure.
I've been talking, honestly, I haven't even been telling you guys. I've been talking to him for quite a bit now, like for a while. I might have just mentioned it back in the day, but like I've been talking to him, you know,
Since before the quarantine.
Yeah, that's for
a couple
sure.
months at least.
About getting you in here, but just a lot too. Just man, like, I just really appreciate what you do, man. Like you're just like walking proof for anybody in the industry that you know, that we can make it, man. We can make it. All the work that we put through, because some people just they can't hang on. You know, they just like, what am I doing this for? And they just give up a little bit too early. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard, man. Especially like, you know, I had so many you know, things going on in this whole quarantine that, you know, the quarantine stopped and like it's, you know, that you know, and I always revert back to like why I started Stay Hungry Kitchen. Stay Hungry Kitchen was about always being hungry for more than just food, about life, about being better, about the purpose, about the path you're trying to lay for yourself. And so like, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to live exactly what I believe in.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not perfect, man, but like it's taken me a lot of years to learn a lot of things about myself and who I wanted to be, and finally found my path. You know what I mean? And like I went through some dark shit.
Yeah.
I was 500 pounds and hated myself and was depressed, and I mean all kinds of things. And like I'm like the happiest I've ever been in a long time, and like I'm doing the coolest shit and meeting some of the coolest people, and like getting to cook for people and learn about them, and like teach them about cannabis and people that actually have issues that cannabis is helping. That's the stuff I love, man, because I'm showing that there could be so much more to cannabis, and there needs to be people doing it, and you know that's what the whole Netflix show was about. Like there were chefs from all over the country doing the same thing, and so we were able to be on a huge platform, you know, yes, competing, but showing that there could be so much more to food.
Yeah.
And it's really cool that Netflix was able to step up and actually be the ones to do something different than Bon Appetit, do something different than Cooking on High, because we weren't sitting there with joints on our hand getting high.
No,
We were talking about the science.
Yeah.
We were talking about why it's good to do this and that to digest.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So
How it
that's
works with the body,
right.
flavors, the terpenes.
Right.
One of the things I really liked was how the kid from Boston was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do THC early, and then I'm gonna finish it off with the mellow CBD." And it's like,
Right.
that makes sense.
Yeah. No, Patrick was dope. He was one of the funniest. He was so Boston.
Yeah.
He had that Boston like attitude too. He was so cool.
He reminds me of my chef because my chef's from Boston.
Yeah. No, he was cool, man. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, cannabis in that situation brought a bunch of people that never probably would have cooked together or met each other together in one city. We all stayed in the same hotel. You know, we got to swap stories and recipes. It was a very, very humbling experience to know that there's other people in the world that want to believe in cannabis in the way that it should be believed in.
Yeah.
And should be seen. And so it's both been a crazy ride, but at the same time, it's like, I'm putting forth honesty from the heart. I'm doing it for real because I believe in it, and I'm doing it with passion, and that has been proving to change people's minds more than not. I do get hate mail. I do get people that disagree with me. What it is. At the end of the day, the truth will still remain the truth, no matter who believes it. And so that's kind of where I've set my focus inside is like, I know that I'm being honest. I know I'm trying to do it with a good heart. And I'm trying to actually do something for people. And, through food, through my food and cannabis experiences, through doing little content, through whatever. But that's always been the purpose. And so everybody that's in my team that helps me out, that's why we all came together, And so I think, and people like you, it's all part of that big picture, the big movement. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Well, you're doing a great job, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm offering you all of my services. If you're looking for a young apprentice, like in the kitchen, you need help.
Yeah, dude, let's collab, dude. Let's make it happen.
Day, man.
Like I said, like we talked earlier, man, like there's a lot of things that are happening in my world that you could benefit from and that I could benefit from you benefiting from it. So, you know what I mean? Let's talk and let's figure some shit out. Like I said, I'm going to Vegas next week. Big shout out to Vegas Hemp Queen, Cookie for a Queen, and Brett Reimer. But
let her know, hey, there's a dope little podcast out.
Yeah, dude, she's down. I know she's down.
Coming out to Vegas and doing a podcast with you.
Yeah, she's down for that collab type stuff. She's cool. So
we have the equipment. We just got to make the job. Kyle just has to get out of prison. I'm just kidding, Kathy. I swear to God, Kathy's gonna beat my ass. I already saw the comment on Facebook. She said, "I'm not a warden. No need for no." So I was like, "Oh,
I didn't say nothing."
Kyle's gonna be locked up a little bit longer. Just I'm just kidding. No, it was because Kristen's watching, so Kristen tagged her in it. So on Facebook, so I just went back and read the comments. They're hilarious. It's cool. But thank you, man, for real.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait. It was really nice meeting all of you.
Yeah, we'll
definitely do it again.
We'll have to do it in person sometime for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And we should do a live cooking too. So yeah, that'd be rad. Like a live infusion.
I'll call you later, Kyle. You know that with the news, and then Allison. I'll just hit you up on Messenger. The usual.
Yeah. I was surprised you actually called me today.
Yeah, dude. I was like, wait, I looked at the clock. I was like, where's Allison?
Allison at?
She's usually here by now.
I was like, huh?
All right. No worries. Next Saturday, I don't know who's going to be here, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
With that being said, let's go ahead and let's do these quick shout-outs. Let's start with you, Caleb. I feel like I was you first for a while.
All right. Well, I want to shout out everybody, as always, the whole community, because really, the more involved I've become in it, the more I've met great people and had great experiences. So that's all because you guys are all awesome. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to you, Jordan, for all the running around and holding it down you do and keeping us moving forward. Shout out to you, Chef, for coming and hanging out, even though I was only there
Appreciate you.
mentally or virtually.
No, man,
shout
you
out.
were here.
That's what I'm telling you. He was here, brother.
For real. And then obviously shout out Allison for all the work she puts in her new website and just keeping everybody informed, because really the information is what's going to keep this as a legitimate industry and keep it moving forward. And yeah, that's what's important.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you, K-Boy. Allison, you got any shout outs?
I can't really top that except for just add to it. Shout out to everybody that stuck through us with the quarantine every night. Shout out to the sponsors. Grow Sciences. Who else?
Garrett, Valley of the Sun.
Yes, that's right.
No Go Butter, Oasis.
All of them. Everybody that contributed to that.
Everybody.
George.
Everybody. Fucking just
PRC. Always PRC. They got our backs no matter what, man. Shout out to PRC.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Allison. You keep going. I'm sorry.
No, that's about it. That covers it.
Jordan jumped right in.
PRC, fuck yeah.
Give me that baton.
And you too, because you threw down a lot. You did a lot. Just not even having to.
I learned
Even
a lot.
Uncle Trump.
Uncle Trump.
Listen, I learned a lot. I'll just go real quick. I want to shout out Matt, really, from Grow Sciences, because he's really taught me a lot during this quarantine, about just helping the community, and really just being a really great person. Like, Matt is a great person. A lot of people that are great for Grow Sciences are great fucking people. So I really want to shout them out just as people, and like not just as a brand that just give us bomb weed, but just as dope ass fucking people. But just really Matt for sure, dude, because he just senses when shit is off, even though I don't have to say nothing, and he just makes it up, dude. Like, even if it's just like some quick words or some fucking weed, like either way, man, he's got my back. So I want to shout him out. Shout my old lady out, dude, because she's helped me a lot with the fucking trivia nights as well, with keeping all those fucking group chats in check. When I've been sidetracked putting cahoots together, she's put cahoots together. Shout out to K-Boy for helping me out. Shout out to Allison, just for like keeping me leveled at times, checking in on me, making sure that we keep this shit running when we didn't want to. Shout out to Steez, even though he's not here, for just always repping the brand everywhere he goes to the dispensary, talking about us, man. I have people literally hit me up talking about like, yo, is this dude with you? Because they don't believe it. And I'm like, yeah, that's the homie, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Steez, dude, for really putting in that 24/7 work for us. Chef, really shout out to you for coming through and making this happen.
Thank you.
I respect you in so many levels, man. You have no idea.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I'm like really starstruck right now. I'm trying to be humble.
Nah, dog.
This is dope, man. This is fucking lit. I forgot my apron. I was gonna bring my apron and have you sign my apron.
Oh, we'll get it done.
And I forgot my fucking apron. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
bringing that back.
Yeah, we'll do it for sure. No, man, I appreciate being here. You guys are cool, so
Yeah.
I'm glad that we can actually do this finally, and also, future collabs, man. Like, that's what it's about. We'll make some shit happen for sure, man.
Yeah, man.
We're friends now.
We
friends now.
We just go best friends. Yep. You wanna go cook in the kitchen? Yep. Let's do it.
That's funny.
Shout out to all our listeners, everyone who's participated in Trivia Night, and just really, dude, shout out the world, man. We get through this quarantine, it's gonna be okay, man. Just stay healthy, stay clean, and that's it. Chef, you got anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, absolutely. Chef Works for always giving me clean, badass aprons and gear everywhere I go when sponsoring me. Rosin Bomb, Stargazer Cast Iron, Crystal Creek Organics, Urban Olive Oil. They sponsor me, and the whole Stay Hungry Kitchen team, Cactus Web Photography, all you guys, my girlfriend for putting up with me and helping me do all those business and get through all this craziness. She's been pretty badass. So yeah, all those guys, they help me do what I get to do, and we'll move on to the next.
appreciate it. That's what's up, man. I cannot wait, bro. This is exciting. This is a great day. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day. I got
For
a
sure.
Frosty to go meet up with.
Damn.
You know what? I'm watching right now. I forgot to shout out my boy T Rose, aka Trayvon, aka Trey, man. Been rocking with me since Pop Warner days. He goes and bangs my brain, even though he has no merch. And just like, really, dude, it's just people like that.
That's real love right there.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real love.
So with that being said, man, Young Hippy, K-Book, Allison, and the one and only Chef Derek Upton, man. This is the Hippy Chronicles, episode 76. We're getting close to 100, and you know what? We might have just found somebody to possibly cater our 100.
A reason to party.
Absolutely, that's what I do.
And it,
That's what
man,
I do,
this is
man.
gonna be great.
That's what I do.
Yo, you guys keep staying safe, keep getting through it. We'll see you guys next week. We love you. Peace.
Bye, y'all.